Hello and welcome to Eduphoria for Teachers. I'm Earl Yeager. In this episode we're going to be looking at copying your lesson plans. In order to copy your lesson plans from one day to the next or from one day to a whole nother day, there's a quick and easy way to do that. Now, why might you want to do that? Sometimes maybe you didn't finish the plans today and you want to finish them up tomorrow, and so the plans are identical. Or maybe the topic is very similar and only a couple of things needs to be changed. So in order to copy your lesson plans from one day to the next, there's a pretty easy way to do that. So if you'll follow with me over here, we'll show you how. So in order to copy my plans from, say, the 8th to the 9th, how I would do that is I would start on the 8th and make sure that I have all of the plans in here that I wish to have all set up and ready, so that when I copy them to the 9th, they're ready to go. So I first get all of my plans correct on the 8th. Then on the 9th, for that particular content area, and this is separate for each content area. So in my case, algebra would be very separate from geometry. Copying algebra has no effect on copying geometry. When I go to copy from the 8th to the 9th, it's going to append, so add on, the lesson plans from the 8th to any lesson plans I have on the 9th. So what that means is, in this case, on the 9th, I already have the area where it says objective, vocabulary, modifications, and plans. Now, if I don't want that to be duplicated with the 8th's information, but the 8th's information filled out, I first need to remove everything from the 9th before I do the copy. So I'm first going to go in here and remove all of the information I have on the 9th. I'm then going to go back to the 8th, and I'm going to leave the page. I should probably click on Save. So if I didn't click Save on the 9th, fortunately it did save it for me, but you can click on the Save button to prevent getting that error. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the 8th, and now I'm going to copy the 8th's plans. I'm just going to put a little note in here so we can see that it actually gets copied. So my plans for the 8th, I'm going to copy this onto the 9th. So to do that, you'll see that there's this little piece of paper here that's kind of a double sheet of paper, and it says Send Lesson 2. I'll go ahead and click on that Send Lesson 2, and I'll pick the day that I want to send it to. In this case, I'm going to send it to the 9th. And I'm going to send it to Algebra 1. Because this is Algebra 1, it's got to go into Algebra 1. And then I'm going to click on OK. It's going to give me a warning saying that this will append to the target date's lessons. So again, if you already have something on that day, this will get added to what's on that day. So I'll click on OK. And now when I look at the 9th, you'll notice that it has those plans added to the 9th. And that saves me from having to type them all over again on the 9th. Now, if I did not first delete the plans from the 9th, it will not work the same way. So let me show you that with copying the plans from the 8th to the 10th. So on the 10th, I have my original plans here, just the empty template. I don't have the word My Plans here. So on the 8th, I'm going to copy the 8th's plans to the 10th. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the Send Lesson 2. I'm going to choose the 10th, Algebra 1, and then OK. And it says it's going to append it, so I'll say OK. And this is what happens if you don't delete the plans for that day ahead of time. You'll notice I now have the objective vocabulary modification plans twice, and the My Plans only shows up on the bottom one because this got added to the bottom of what was already there. So if you don't want to have to go back and then delete information, it's easier to first delete that information before you do the copy. Also note that if you have any attachments with your lesson plans, those do get copied as well. So you don't have to worry about losing them on a particular day. If you know you used it all week long, that attachment will be copied to any day you copy this to. So just kind of an FYI on that is that it copies the attachments as well as the actual plans there. Okay? So that's how to copy your lesson plans from one day to the next. Hopefully that'll save you some time and energy in doing some data entry on your lesson plans. Thank you for joining me. I'm Earl Yeager.